Here are the apps I've been using on my MacBook Pro that have been so good for speeding up my workflow. I thought I'd take stock and share them with you, as there are millions of apps out there, so hopefully you'll find a few of these apps helpful for you in terms of your personal workflows. I've split this video up into 3 different sections: capturing stuff, cleanup and organization, and file management. All of these apps are non-subscription based apps, so they're a one-off cost and then you never have to pay again. The first section is capturing stuff, and the first app here is Things Free. So if you want to get stuff done and capture your to-do lists, things that you need to get done for the day, there is no better app for the MacBook than Things Free. And to put it simply, it's because of its simple and sleek design, its intuitive user interface, buttery smooth animations, and its ease of use. So the way it works is you create an area to categorize your projects. I call mine projects, and I create a project in this area and then start creating a bunch of tasks that I need to get done. And within this projects area, I can create subheadings, I can create deadlines for tasks, I can repeat tasks if I need to, I can add notes within the task itself. Genuinely, I go back to this task manager over and over again, having tried different ones out. This is the one that just chimes best with the way I work and the way I think. There is a 15-day free trial, and the link is in the description below. Next is a completely different app called CleanShotX, and unlike Things Free, it's like 7 apps in one, but at its essence, it's just a screen recording tool. But it can do so much more than the general screen recording that you can do out of the box on a Mac. First and foremost, one of the best features about it is that when you take a screen recording of some sort, like a screenshot for example, the file remains persistent in the corner of your screen and does not go away. So you can then take your time, do something with it, and quickly access it from the corner. And from this little preview, you can access quick actions. So you can then go in to annotate and edit this screenshot. And the editing options are pretty extensive. You can add the usual stuff like redact information, blur out information, add arrows, and you can even add a background to the screenshot to make it look more social media friendly. On top of that, you can also drag and drop multiple screenshots together to bring it all into one image. You can also do the usual stuff like windows capture, scrolling capture, capturing OCR, which is really useful, so you can capture text from PDFs that can't be edited, and of course screen recording, so you can do a video screen recording, you can include your face in the screen recording. There are loads of different settings for audio, so you can use your microphone, and you can also include keystroke prompts if you're doing some kind of tutorial. It's made things a lot easier for me. There's loads of different contexts in which I integrate this tool into my workflows. I also use Apple Notes, Notion, Google Docs, Fantastic Hours, my calendar management tool. I've spoken about most of these in the previous video, which I will link in the description below. So the next section is cleanup and organizer apps. And these are all little apps that I'm going to go through quite quickly. The first is Airbuddy. So the beauty of Airbuddy is it lives in your menu bar and it gives you readily accessible information about all of the devices connected to your Mac. So you can see the battery information on there and know when you need to charge. You get notifications from Airbuddy to tell you when your battery is low. And you also get a really cool graphic when you open and close your AirPods. You get the same look and feel as all of your other Apple devices. You can also use automations to quickly connect and disconnect your devices if that's what you need to do, and also create shortcuts to quickly see the battery level or the connection status of your devices to your Mac. It's a really simple tool, and to be honest, one that I think Apple should probably integrate into their operating system. Next is Bartender, and this is version 5. And if you're a minimalist like me and you want your Mac to be clutter-free, Bartender is your best friend. The tool cleans up your Mac menu bar and basically gets rid of almost all of it if you want it to. And what that does, it gives you this nice, clean, uncluttered feel to your Mac, and you can still access all of your menu bar icons simply by hovering over the menu bar, and then they'll all appear again. And you can really customize the way this tool behaves. So you can change the styling, the space between icons, and create triggers to change the way the menu bar looks and feels depending on an event. So for example, when my MacBook's disconnected from Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi symbol unhides to show me that Wi-Fi is disconnected, and that's a prompt for me to then try and fix it. I think it's a really useful tool, particularly if you appreciate having more of a minimalist approach and a clean and uncluttered approach to your operating system. Next is Magnet, and Magnet is a really simple tool that enables you to quickly manage and resize your windows to fit on the screen as you see fit. Again, probably one that should be integrated into Mac Mac OS. I have no idea why it's not, but it's really intuitive to hold and drag a window to the left or to the right, and it automatically resizes it for that part of the screen. Or you can drag up a window and it will resize it to be full screen. And there are a ton of shortcuts that allow you to do this without really even needing to touch your mouse. Next up is Darkreader for Safari. And if you're anything like me and you appreciate dark mode in basically everything, you really appreciate adding this extension to your Safari. It's well worth the money just to save your eyes from all of the glare of a super white website. The good thing about it is that you can easily toggle it on and off depending on which website you're on. You can turn it off only for specific websites, but have it on by default. And if you read a lot on the web, I highly recommend getting Darkreader for Safari. Next is CleanMyMac X, and this is not sponsored by them. Lots of tech videos are, but that's for good reason because it is such a good tool. I bought a lifetime purchase version of this app, so I don't pay a subscription, and it really helps unclutter my Mac. It quickly cleans up unused files and optimizes memory for the next time I'm going to do something extensive with my Mac. There's also really handy storage cleaner options, like being able to uninstall apps from the app directly and viewing which large files are taking up the most space on my hard drive. It's how I keep my machine running at an optimal level for years and years and years. The final section is file management, and the first app is Downie. Downie is quite a niche tool. If you ever wanted to download a video from the internet, you can now do it with Downie. All you do is download the tool, which prompts you to download a Safari extension, and then whichever website you're on, you click on the extension and it automatically sends the link to the app. The app then starts converting it to an MP4, and now you have this video that you could only stream online available on your local disk. It's a really simple, again, one-trick pony type tool, but a tool that does its job really well. And it's one of those where you're either going to find it useful or you'll never need it. But if you need something like this is the best app I've found. Following on from that is Permute Free, which is made by the same company. And if any of your workflows require you to manage different types of files and convert one file to the other, this is really great for video, audio, and images. I found this has been really invaluable to me on so many different occasions where I've got the wrong file type and I just need to quickly change from one to the other. It's a one-trick pony, a bit like some of the other apps, but the one trick it does well. And finally, I use Google Drive for most of my file management. I keep pretty much all my personal files on Google Drive and only really keep project files like video files and things that I'm working on Final Cut on my local drive. That way I have access to all of my files on all my devices wherever I am. And if you download the Google Drive for Desktop app for Mac, you can then integrate your Google Drive into your Finder. So when you're managing files via Finder, you can access all of your files on Google Drive just like any other type of file on your computer. And that way, essentially, you've extended the storage capacity of your computer and saved yourself the need to go to a browser every time you want to access your Google Drive folders. So there you have it. That's my list of staple MacBook Pro apps that I use to speed up my workflow, help me be more efficient, and helps me get things done. But what do you think? Are there any apps that you would want to try from this list? And are there any recommendations you would give me that have been staples in your workflows? Links to all of these apps are in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. And if you want me to be your personal productivity coach, please subscribe. Until the next time, stay productive.